Someone knocks on your door. A stranger, a delivery guy, a new neighbor, a friend of a friend you've never met. You open up, you smile, you say, "Hey, come in. You want some coffee?" Perfectly normal, perfectly polite. And while you're doing all of that, being a good, friendly, socially functional human being, your dog is doing something completely different. Because while you were busy being nice, your dog was already running a scan. A background check you're not even biologically capable of running. Reading things you can't see. Smelling things you will never smell. And sometimes, quietly, without a single piece of evidence you would ever accept in an argument, your dog has already decided that this person is not safe. And here's the part that should genuinely unsettle you a little. Your dog is usually right. So how does that happen? How does a creature that cannot understand a single word this stranger is saying, not one, figure out something about them that took you years of bad relationships and worse decisions to learn the hard way? Your dog has no experience with con artists. It has no instinct for liars, cheaters, or people who don't pay you back. It's never been betrayed by a coworker. And yet, it calls it before you do. Every time. Why? The answer isn't one thing. It never is. It's 4 separate systems stacked on top of each other, and each one is stranger than the last. The first one is impressive. The second one is a little creepy. The third one means your dog is secretly keeping a list, and you're on it. And the last one has been running quietly for 30,000 years. By the time we get there, you're going to realize your dog isn't just judging the stranger at the door. It's judging you, too. Let's get into it. Start with the obvious one, because even the obvious one is more incredible than people think. Body language. Dogs are body language savants. Not smart the way we mean smart. They're not doing math. But for a dog, movement is language. It's the whole language. A tense shoulder, a stiff, careful walk, a hand that hesitates for just a fraction of a second before it reaches out. Eye contact that's held a beat too long or dropped a beat too fast. To you, that stranger looks relaxed, totally chill, nothing wrong here. To your dog, 100 tiny signals are going off at once, and it's reading the exact ones your conscious brain has been trained to ignore. Research into how dogs process humans keeps finding the same thing. Dogs track micro-movements in us that we don't even notice in ourselves. Your dog is not guessing. Your dog is reading a book, and you can't see the pages. But that's just what it can see. Now, add the nose. And the nose changes everything. A dog's sense of smell is somewhere between 10,000 and 100,000 times more sensitive than yours, depending on the breed and who you ask. That number is so big, it stops meaning anything. So let me put it plainly. When a person is stressed, when they're hostile, when they're scared, when they are hiding something, their body leaks it. Cortisol, adrenaline, a shift in the chemistry of their sweat that happens whether they want it to or not. And studies have shown that dogs can literally smell human fear and stress, and that it changes how they behave afterward. So that friendly stranger who's smiling at you, saying all the right things while feeling something completely different underneath, to your dog, they don't smell friendly, because the mask is on their face. The mask is not on their chemistry, and your dog only cares about the chemistry. Okay, here's where it stops being impressive and starts being genuinely eerie. Because your dog isn't only watching the stranger. Your dog is watching how that stranger treats you. There's a famous experiment where dogs watched their owner ask a stranger for help with something simple. And when the stranger was rude, when they refused, when they brushed the owner off, The dogs remembered. Afterward, when that same rude stranger offered the dog a treat, the dog snubbed them, turned away, wouldn't take it. But when the stranger had been kind to the owner, the dogs happily took the treat, no hesitation. Sit with that for a second. Your dog is running a loyalty test in real time, at your dinner table, at your front door, and you have no idea it's happening. It's eavesdropping on your entire social life. It's quietly sorting every person you interact with into two folders: was good to my human and was not good to my human. And it does not forget. Your dog is keeping a list. And yeah, you're on the list too. We'll come back to that. Now the twist nobody expects. Because part of how your dog judges a stranger has nothing to do with the stranger at all. Part of it is your dog reading you. Dogs sync to their owners on a chemical level. There's research that measured long-term stress hormones in dogs and their owners over months and found something wild. The two of them mirror each other. When the owner's stress goes up over time, the dog's does too. They are chemically entangled. So when you meet someone and you tense up, even slightly, even in a way you'd never admit, even in a way you don't consciously notice, your dog feels it. And it doesn't just feel it, it mirrors it back, amplified, and acts on it. That bad gut feeling you get about a person, the one you talk yourself out of because you don't want to be rude, your dog picked it up, turned up the volume, and it's already growling. Your dog is the smoke detector wired directly to a fear you haven't even consciously admitted you're feeling yet. And now the part I saved for the end. Because you should be asking, why is any of this even possible? Why is a dog this absurdly good at reading humans when no other animal on Earth comes close? And the answer is, because we built it. On purpose. For roughly 30,000 years, humans and dogs have evolved side by side, and one of the very first jobs we ever gave them, before herding, before hunting, before fetching a stick, was this exact thing: detecting the threats we couldn't. The dogs that could sense a dangerous stranger in the dark, that alerted the camp before the humans knew anything was wrong, that could read hostile intent in a person's body before that person made a move, those dogs got fed, got protected, got to survive the winter, and got to have puppies. The dogs that couldn't do that quietly disappeared from the gene pool. So what is lying at your feet right now, half asleep, occasionally licking its own leg? It's the finished product of 30,000 years of selecting for the single best human threat detector on the entire planet. That's not a pet with a lucky gut instinct. That is a security system that we spent longer building than we've had the written word. Now, let's be honest for a second, because this isn't magic, and I'm not going to pretend it is. Dogs get it wrong. All the time. A wagging tail at a so-called bad person does not prove that person is safe, and a growl at your perfectly nice neighbor doesn't make them a criminal. Your dog might be reacting to a hat, to a smell that reminds it of a bad day, to a person who once stepped on its tail 3 years ago. This is not a lie detector, and it is not psychic. It's a very old, very sensitive alarm system. And every alarm system in the world has false positives. So don't treat it as a verdict. Treat it as a signal worth paying attention to. That's all. But it's a lot. Because here's the thing. The next time your dog meets someone new and just relaxes, tail loose, body soft, zero hesitation, understand what just happened in that moment. 30,000 years of threat detection, a nose 10,000 times sharper than yours, a real-time read of your own hidden gut feeling. All of it just ran in under a second, and all of it just signed off on that person. And the next time your dog plants itself between you and a stranger at the door, and it will not move, and it will not stop that low, quiet growl no matter how embarrassed you are, maybe don't rush to apologize for it. Maybe don't drag it away, because it might be reading the one page you decided to skip. Your dog isn't just guarding the door. It's been guarding it for 30,000 years.